This animal soars freely through the vast skies. Sharp beaks, fierce eyes, and a name for the animal that soars through the skies, the eagle. Native to Asia, Africa, and southern Europe, the vulture is the largest bird of prey in the Old World and the second largest in the world. Scavengers that feed on the carcasses of dead animals. The anatomy of these vultures is a bit curious, with an abundance of feathers that completely wrap around the neck, like the collar of a coat. This is because they stick their heads into animal carcasses and try to eat the entrails, which can leave them exposed to foreign objects and bacteria. The environment in which vultures live is often characterized by extreme weather extremes. How they can expose their necks to withstand both extremely high and extremely low temperatures, and a neck that's completely covered to keep them warm. They're much slower and gentler than you'd think, and have very little hunting ability. They feed mainly on animal carcasses, with the exception of the very occasional hunt for near-dead animals. Unlike other birds, they glide slowly, like gliders. They don't hunt for themselves, but rather roam in search of carcasses that may appear at any moment. They've evolved to suit their lifestyle. They are rarely wary or aggressive towards humans, and take food well, and are said to be surprisingly docile. However, they are quite strong, as they have to tear through the tough hides of animals. Their beaks and claws are sharp, so if you mess with them, you're in trouble. Even if they weren't, their carcass-eating nature means they're full of nasty fungi and reek of decay. It's not a good idea to get too close. As scavengers, vultures don't get food poisoning from eating carrion, thanks to immune genes and a powerful stomach acid called pH that kills off all the toxins, pathogens, and parasites. Once the vultures have consumed the carcass, only the bones remain within 5 hours, which makes it difficult to estimate time of death and cause of death. So they're a real problem for forensics and law enforcement. Although they do eat carrion, it's a big misconception that they only like carrion. Vultures also like fresh meat, but as scavengers, fresh meat is inevitably unavailable because other animals have already eaten it. So they have evolved to eat only carrion that is left over. In Korea, there is a story that eagles teach their young to fly by dropping them from the nest. But in reality, when the chicks are about 3 to 5 months old, when their bodies have grown enough to flap their wings and fly, the eagles recognize them as adults. There are many different species of vultures, 16 in total, 8 of which are critically endangered and 2 are endangered. And that brings us to the charismatic rulers of the skies.